What delights have we got in store for you? It's Vinca time. Gotta love these beauties. Look at them grow. Let's talk about Vincas. Good morning, everyone. Well, it might be morning when it's running, might not be morning. It's morning when I'm doing this, though. So that's all that counts. Anyway, I've decided to do a podcast. Don't really understand what it is, but it's a video thing, and it's a bit like the videos we do on YouTube. So I thought, well, give it a crack. Anyway, welcome to my potting shed. Well, not really a potting shed, to be honest. It is more of a polytunnel. Well, not actually more of a polytunnel, it is a polytunnel. Don't really necessarily have the old potting shed, and the little bit of a lean-to that I do have is full of spiders, and I don't particularly like spiders, and I've no intention of sitting down and doing a video for 10 minutes in there. Anyway, it's nice and sunny outside, so the idea of this podcast is to give you an idea and preview of what we've got coming up next week. And next week we have all things Vinca, one of my cracking favourite plants. Now, some people, and you know who you are, don't like Vincas. Think they're a weed. Awful, awful. Well, if you do, don't listen to any more and don't watch my reels next week, because I'll be talking about Vincas. Vincas are, for me, a great plant. And the reason why I like them is because they are nature's flowered weed control. And by that I mean you can plant one, it flowers, it spreads, and it stops the weeds coming up. Simple. That's why I really like the Vinca. Now, there are a number of varieties of Vincas, and I've been lucky enough to be in communication with a customer of mine who basically really loves them and has many varieties. He is very knowledgeable, and he writes bits in the RHS and stuff like that, and he obviously loves them, and he graciously gave me a few which I've potted into my garden, which are some of the livelier varieties, should I say, but I've got a big patch which I can let them run riot, and they've started to, which is great. I will focus on 3 of the Vincas, which, to be honest, you can use in your own garden. They're not as bonkers as some of the Vincas can get. They are lower, they flower lots, they like the old shady area, they like that problem area in your garden, which you can stick them in, and they will grow where others will not. They flower, they suppress weeds, which I love, because I hate weeding. And I don't know anyone who does like weeding. So anything that stops me having to weed patches is good in my books. Without further ado, let's have a little look at a few of the Vincas. The first one is the Vinca Bowls Purple. Now, this one hasn't come out to flower yet, but the little flower bud, as we can see, is coming there. There we go, little flower buddy. Now, this one, he'll grow 25 centimeters high. The spread on it, if you take 4 or 5 of these, we're looking at it covering an area of, oh, I don't know, after 2 or 3 years, maybe 1 meter high. And by the name, you will gather it is Bowls Purple, so the flowers are purple, and it will produce lots of little flowers, and it looks lovely. You cannot really want a better Vinca to start off with if you want it. Kick it somewhere which is a place where other plants have struggled to survive, and it will crack on and grow merrily there. The next one, and becoming one of my favourites, to be honest, is Vinca Illumination. And not only have I produced a flower for you on this video fest, but also we have the leaf as well. Mind the, honestly, damaged leaf. There we go. Look at the leaf colour. And as you can see, that's how it'll spread out. And these bits here will start to root, and that's how it spreads. Now, Illumination, very much like Bowls Purple, height-wise, say 25-30 centimetres, masses of those purpley blue flowers. It will spread probably a little bit more rigorously than the bulbs purple. I'd always say that one takes, say, 5 plants over 2 or 3 years to cover a metre square. This one probably 3. Same again, looks great. Like with the bulbs purple, you can chop it back, so if it's at the edge of the lawn and you mow over it, it's absolutely fine. It's not a problem at all, but a lovely, lovely plant. I will see if here I can find something which is a rooting somewhere. Oh, hello, here we go. Oh, there we go. And as you can see, they're just starting to send off tendrils on that one, which are starting to root, and that's how it spreads. Anyway, off now. Drum roll, please. Marching band mainly. My favourite. This is Vinca Blue Waves. It's a relatively new Vinca, and as you can see, it's got this exquisite purple flower on it. Now, I haven't got a fully growing one of these at the moment because I've only got hold of them in the last 12 months. As I said, it's a fairly new variety, but I think we're looking at about 35 centimetres high. Spread on it as well, I think I would say probably going to be more like the illumination, as in it will spread out over sort of like, I don't know, maybe a metre with 3 or 4 plants, because it's already showing signs of wanting to grow out. Now I should find in Hull some, this isn't a wonderfully good plant, as you can see. Look, it's not a very good plant, as in it's not got a flower on it and stuff like that, but look at what it's kicking out. There you go. That'll grow. Stick that into, you know, a nice shady area. That'll be off and running, and you will fill an area with these just exquisite flowers. And I just love this one, and I think it's a long flower as well, and I reckon we're going to get a couple of showings of that each year. So this is March now, so these will certainly last March, April, May. I think they're going to be another showing of these at the end of the year. So just a great plant. Like with all the Vincas, they provide this exquisite ground cover. 1, stops weeds. 2, flowers. 3, they do like really rubbish places in the garden to live, and they don't like being treated really well. 4, number 5, what should we have? Oh, I love them, so that'll count for that. Anyway, that's the Vincas. Talking about more of those this week. What else are we doing this week? Well, obviously we'll be doing some more tips on what we should be doing in the garden, looking at propagation, looking at layering, looking at making new plants out of something. So you can do new plants a variety of ways. Seeds, obviously sowing them into pots and reels and all sorts of bits and pieces like this, but also you can take cuttings and you can do layering. Now, layering is one of my favourite things, and we'll be going into that a little bit more detail, because the decent thing about layering is, whereas the others are a little bit hit and miss, depending on the seed, depending on the type of plant you want to take a cutting, layering, because it relies on the root of the mother plant to provide the energy to produce roots in stems which are layered, will then hopefully and should produce guaranteed success. But anyway, more of that, and we'll be going on to more of those things this week. Of course, who can forget? Granfer will be out giving you a bit more history, a bit more lore of the land, how things were back in the day, what we used to do, and how those things have taken their time to come through and are still being used today. Peeing out in the garden to provide nitrogen. Now, I didn't ever used to pee for nitrogen. I used to pee in the garden to stop the bloody badgers coming in. In fairness, not entirely convinced it works, because I have peed on a number of occasions in my garden, and I can confirm badgers are still out in force. I would go out and check the badgers in more detail, but as they are built like miniature rhinos and black and white in colour and chase you even if you have a stick, I have no intention of confronting one again. I've done it once and I'm not doing it again. Bit like the spiders. Let's go somewhere else where they're not there. Plus I do quite like the badgers as well. I don't like the foxes, obviously, eating my bloody ducks, the little sods. But anyway, less of that. So those are things that we'll be talking about this week. So hopefully you learn a little bit, have a little bit of fun on the way. And any questions you got, just let us know. Any things you want me to look at, just let me know and let's see what we can do. Hopefully nice, open and friendly. And you know, let's see if we can learn a bit about gardening all together. As you can see, I'm not overly proficient with regard to using the Latin names of plants. I'm not fussed with the pretentiousness of some of the gardening. I like just to get out there, get my hands dirty, put in nice plants. If they work, great. If they don't work, oh well, never mind. You learn and you carry on. I don't like people when they try to put you off from your gardening, and they should never put you off from your gardening. Just get in there, get it done. You do it how you want to do it. You can take people's advice if you want to, you don't have to. It doesn't make any difference. But don't let anything in gardening put you off. Just get out there, bit of vitamin C, cracking, lovely. What more could you want? Anyway, stay weird, stay wild. The Mad Plantman is out.